Morning, fellas. It's 10:30, Saturday, November 12th, and we're about 72 in the garage. And definitely isn't a John Kerry day today. We got overcast, and looks like something's coming in off the mountains. Let's see. Sorry for not making a video since last Wednesday. Sort of got caught up into the little hype that was going around the nation at that time. And been listening to a catchy little tune.
Baseball season's underway. Well, you better get ready for a brand new day. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. They're singing, go Cubs, go! Go Cubs, go! Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. Go Cubs, go! Go Cubs, go!
Okay, enough of that. Yeah, I got caught up in it. Let's see, I started watching the Cubs in 1957 when I was 7 years old. My grandfather got me going into that when I used to go down to his house and cut his lawn, and he'd be sitting in his chair with his portable radio and his earpiece in and listening to the Cubs play baseball. And then when TV came along, we started watching it on TV, and yes, I've been a Cubs fan ever since then. But yeah, that was great. So Wednesday night, we did party here. Thursday, I was calling all my friends back in northern Illinois. Talked to my mom and my brother and everything else. Friday, we watched the parade all day. And then I think we recorded on the DVR, and we went back and watching the highlights of it. Geez, guys, it's 108 years since they did it. And Saturday, then Pat and I came out and we aligned the front end. The subframe is all aligned. It's perfect. I wouldn't say perfect, but as best as I can get it. Here's the passenger side. And there's the driver's side. I made a video of it, and was doing it, and it's sort of hard with the phone now. I mean, I don't have any attachments for the phone to sit there and make it into a camera, like a pedestal or a tripod or a handheld thing. So it's sort of hard to do it to put it up someplace to sit there and for it to video while I was working. But I'll put that video on after this. And then I went on and we centered the seat up and holding it with string in the back, or with rope in the back. The red line on the green tape is the center line, and the silver line on the package tray is the center line. The seat's centered. It's up roughly where it's supposed to go. It's probably down a little because over the week the string is probably tightened up. And I did mark it last Saturday where it's supposed to go, so I'm going to raise it up, probably the mark probably about 3/8 of an inch. Then I went ahead and made these brackets. I'll tack weld these in. We'll refit the seat and we'll go on with that. So with the subframe being aligned, I can start putting the car back together. Which I'll do is first we'll go in will be the, let's see if you can see it, the dry shaft, which is right here. Then along with that will be the dry shaft loop. Next will be the exhaust, and all the mufflers and everything are right under there, and all the Band-Aid clamps are there. So, but first I want to get the seat somewhat settled and textured in. And I'm not really in a hurry to get the car off jack stands. Got several other items that I want to take care of. One is the emergency brakes. We got issues with that. We got to do the cabling and get that up. I got to reroute a brake line. Just taking care of a whole bunch of loose ends. So we'll get the drive shaft in, the drive shaft loop, and the exhaust after I get the seat roughly ironed in and where it's supposed to go. So that's the game plan, and when I have more, I'll turn this back on later. Hey fellas. Okay, that one's lined up. And that one's lined up.
Scratch and powder coat.
And now we're just tightening them up.
No, I'm tightening them.
Alright, Pat's tightening them up. Later. Hey fellas, mocking in the rear seat right now. And got it tied in roughly where it's supposed to be. It could go up probably by maybe another 1/4 of an inch to 3/4 of an inch, somewhere in there. Looking at the center, but the sides are almost right there. Then if you look here, you can see where I'm thinking of making the panels that go to the other brace that I welded in behind the seat. Also, if you look down here, you can see the mounting bracket there that swivels. And that swivels back, and that's gonna that's our hinge point on the seat. So looks like I got to go to the Home Depot or Lowe's, get some 2-inch angle iron. Don't need much of that, and then some 18 or 22 gauge panels. Not really big, but some of those. We'll mock in the rear portion of the seat. Oh, let me get one other thing. Hold on. Here's the latching mechanism, and you see it'll go right in there, but I'm thinking of welding a block right there and have it weld there. I'll get my buddy with the lathe to turn these down and give me more threads, so then we can sit there and I can weld a block here and thread it, and then screw these in, because let's see, it goes right in there like that. That's it on the latch. So roughly right where my middle finger is, right there, have it screwing into a block, and then this is the latch right here. So that's what I'm thinking about, but right now we got to go get materials. So this is going to be on tomorrow's video on Sunday. Again, we got the front end aligned. Didn't take us that long, the subframe. So this will start Sunday's video. Later, guys. Hey fellas, brackets are tacked in and they're level. So now I guess we'll try the seat and see where that ends up. Again, now that the seat's out, what I want to do is bring the sheet metal down and tie it into here, and bring it and wrap it to here, from here to here. So I'm thinking get it stout like this. I'm thinking maybe 12, no, not 12, 16 or 18 gauge, probably 18. So, but now we'll try and see where the seat fits, then we'll weld these in permanently. So let's see if I'm living right and the seat fits. When I have more, I'll turn it back on later. Hey fellas, phone ran out of storage space. I had to go in and download it and just do a video for a couple of seconds and then it'd stop. But short of the story is that brackets were welded in. They were off. and then they took them out again, and then we welded them in again, and they were off. And this is the third time, so they're out again. And now we'll go for round 3. Hopefully third time's the charm. So that's where we're at right now, and so when I get more, I'll turn this back on later. What's the old adage, third time's the charm? Well, she's in, and if we fold her down, now, hold on guys, sorry for the shaky cam, but if you see the gray line on the tape and then the gray line on the package tray, that's center line, and it's just off a little. And then hold on, and these brackets are just tacked in. So go to the front of the car. And it looks like it's center. I don't see a problem with it, because I'm going to take those brackets, take the seat back out and weld those brackets in permanently. But yeah, I'm happy with it. Before I do that, we'll try the bucket, so hold on, let me. So what's the old adage? Measure twice, cut once. How about measure 3 times and weld once? Bracket's got to come back out. Seat is down, I want to say probably maybe about 2 inches. Yeah, from where they are. I'm going to have to measure again and check. But yeah. Oh well. That's what they call it mock-up for. So, as they say, round 4 in the bracket welding in. Okay, when I have more, I'll turn this back on later. Hey fellas, I might be slow, but sooner or later I get to the starting point of everything. And what I came to the conclusion is that the bottom's got to go in, because I got to fit the back to the bottoms before the back can go in. So this is this one, and this is what I came up with. And let me shut this off, and I'll come right back and I'll show you what I did underneath later. All right, the seat's out. What I did is I took a piece of 1.5 inch angle iron. I drilled and tapped for 5/16. It's just tack welded in now. I will come back, since this is going to work, and weld it in. That is a piece of 1/2 inch square stock that, because of the back of the seat riding up on this, compensates and levels out the seat. That still is in fine-tuning stage, so we got to do that. And so we'll get this all figured out tomorrow. It's going on 4 o'clock, and I've been here all day, and I'm getting a little tired. And we'll figure it out from there. But hopefully we'll get this rear seat done, and then I'm going to start on the car, on assembling the car. First thing to go in will be the drive shaft and the drive shaft loop, and then hook up the frame connectors and finish those up. That's the plan I wanted to do, is I wanted to get this rear seat at least done and mocked up in, and then I can start figuring out how I'm going to cover up to that brace and come down, and then come down to the back of the well, back to the floor pan as it rolls up here, and do the same on that side. The only opening in the trunk will be between the two braces, and that'll be it. So tomorrow's another day, and we'll pick this up tomorrow. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and thanks for leaving comments. You all have a good day. Later.